Alright guys, so be honest, who has seen that pre-roll ad, not on YouTube, on some other websites, other more mature websites, of that cup filling up with Big Al sauce? You know exactly what I'm talking about, or if you don't, let me explain. So there's an advertisement for this supplement that is supposed to help increase the amount of volume that you're actually producing, while simultaneously increasing the intensity of your You know what I'm talking about. Drop me one of these to make me not feel like a huge perv. Alright, so anyway, I saw this ad and I thought to myself, is this really a thing? And so I went to actually the company's website and I started looking around. I saw a ton of testimonials from dudes that are well, I don't necessarily, do I trust them? No. So today, guys, I want to talk about it. I want to go over like how and if you can actually increase the amount of volume that you're producing. But at the end of the video, I'm also going to go over a tip and a trick. It's not really a trick. It's actually an exercise that you can do in order to make Al's explosions more intense, powerful, and enjoyable. So in terms of what makes up the volume, guys, a lot of people think, yo, it's the boys, right? It's the twins that are doing the legwork. Truthfully, the twins are only responsible for about 5% of the volume. That 5% is sperm. 20 to 30% of the volume is actually produced by the prostate, prostatic fluid, which is there to nourish, transport, and help those little swimmers do what they do, which is need to swim fast, strong, and come out, right? Now, 50 to 60% of the volume is actually manufactured by the seminal vesicles. These are two little gland like sac things that are actually located behind the bladder. And then the two little glands by the head of Big Al, right? The bulbourethral gland, yeah, that's actually producing a little tiny bit of fluid that's actually acting as lubrication to help everything rock and roll. So when you're a young dude, right, doing your business, exploring your body, when you actually do it, boom, right, bang, you're like, yes, damn, mom, I need more tissues in my bedroom. My nose is running a lot. Your mom wasn't dumb. She knew. She's like, yo, I gotta give Jimmy the good stuff. So you got like the aloe vera to make sure that everything wasn't like rubbed raw. Anyway, here's the deal. When you're young, boom, you're exploding like crazy. Lots of volume. But as you age, as you mature, things happen with your body and typically the volume decreases. The decrease in volume oftentimes is resulting from an increase in the size of your prostate, right? As dudes get older, prostates start to get a little bit bigger. We start to have trouble. We dribble a little bit when we pee and our loads aren't quite as large. Now, one big misconception for most men, the size of the discharge is not equated to the number of sperm. A common misconception is that dudes that are like big shooters, right, are more fertile, right? This actually isn't the case at all right? There is no real correlation between the size of the load and the quantity of sperm. So here's where things get a little bit weird, right? As dudes, we think, yo, we want to be producing like geysers because we watch movies. Another downside to comparing yourself to what you see in the movies is that it's not reality. So in 2018, there was a study done by the Journal of Sexual Medicine that basically interviewed 240 heterosexual women and asked them, does the size of the explosion actually matter to you in terms of sexual performance? And what they found was pretty interesting. 38% of the spicy senoritas are like, yo, I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit or like a massive geyser. 13% of these spicy senoritas are like, yeah, if he's not producing a lot, I feel like I didn't do a good job. But 50% of these spicy senoritas don't care whether or not you actually finish, do it, or you don't. It doesn't matter. As long as they get theirs, they're cool. But 100% of these spicy senoritas were not cool if you couldn't perform at all, or you had trouble getting or maintaining Big Al's, like, exactly, AKA ED. Gentlemen, if you are somebody that is experiencing any form of ED, whether or not you can't, or it's kind of medium, or not at all, right, then you gotta hit that link down below and go see today's video sponsor, Roman. As a dude, we're great at talking about a lot of things, right? But erectile dysfunction is definitely not one of them. Usually, we blame something like a bad burrito or you're tired or not tonight, honey. But with Roman, it's easy to talk about. With a healthcare professional that can prescribe you real medication, it's simple, safe, and totally discreet. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for your ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. The healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan, and if medication is appropriate, Roman will ship it to you with free 2-day shipping. The whole process is simple, straightforward, and discreet. discreet. And getting started, guys, is super simple. All you got to do is hit that link down below, GetRoman.com/alpha, and complete an online visit. Erectile dysfunction used to be tough to tackle, but now there's Roman. Complete an online visit today to connect with a healthcare professional and take care of it. Guys, hit the link down below. Go to GetRoman.com/alpha today for a free online visit, and if approved, you're going to get $15 off your first order of ED treatment plus free 2-day shipping. That's GetRoman.com/alpha for $15 off your first order of ED treatment plus free 2-day shipping. All right, guys, so now what I want to do is talk about a few of the factors that affect the quantity and quality of the semen you're actually producing. All right, number one is your testosterone, right? That mythical, magical, sexy male hormone. Not only is it responsible for sperm production, it's also responsible for you having a sex drive. All right, if you're not really feeling it, not really into it, your volume is actually going to go down. Have you ever like decided, yo, I'm gonna touch it, but I'm not really interested in touching it, right? And you're like, boom, you do your thing and you're like, yeah, that was okay. But sometimes you're like, raw, because it's been a minute, right? And you're like, I can't wait to get a hold of that bad boy. And it's like, boom, right? Yeah, exactly. The amount that you're actually interested in sex or how aroused you are also plays a major role in the massiveness of your load. Your sperm count, your sperm mobility, as in like, are they swimming fast like Phelps, or are they just kind of like, yo, hanging out, being like, I'm kind of tired? Gentlemen, once again, this is also going to affect the quantity and the quality of the semen you're actually producing. Now, some other factors that are definitely going to impact the amount that you're actually producing are hydration. Are you hydrated or are you dehydrated? Research has shown that if you are dehydrated, you're actually not going to produce as much in terms of volume. Some other things, exercise. If you're not doing it, you're not going to be as big. Regular exercises impacts and increases the amount and the quantity that you're actually producing. Being overweight or obese, guess what's shrinking? Yeah, mama, your wiener's shrinking because you can't see it as much. Also, the volume that you're producing is going down. Oftentimes, there is a correlation between testosterone and obesity. Sleep has also been shown to affect the volume that you're actually producing. If you're getting 8 hours of solid slumber, bang, you're good to go. If you're getting less, boom, it's getting smaller. Eating a healthy diet also has been shown to increase the volume. Essentially, everything you do to be healthy also makes the volume actually larger. It kind of makes sense. If you are doing things that are good for your body is going to be operating more efficiently, more optimally, including Al and all Al's boys and friends, including like Mr. Prostate and vas deferens. Vitamin D and vitamin C. Are you getting enough of them or are you deficient? You know, there are a lot of dudes that are deficient in vitamin D, right? And one of the downsides of being deficient in vitamin D is that testosterone production is going to get smaller or less. You're also going to not produce as much volume. Alcohol also has been shown to reduce the amount that actually comes out when you do your thing. All right, and it kind of makes sense. Alcohol decreases testosterone. Guys, it's all coming back to testosterone. Some other reasons why the volume isn't like massive, all right? You're doing it a lot, right? Research has shown that the less you actually like touch it, the more it's going to come out when you actually decide to go for it, right? And it kind of makes sense, right? It's kind of like building up. Now, the other reality though is that if you're not doing it often enough, this affects your prostate in some not good ways, right? Regular use of everything down there is definitely encouraged. But if you're somebody that is solely focused on large quantities, you definitely want to cut back the amount you're touching it. There was a study that was done that showed that for each day you like abstain from like touching it or actually releasing it, your semen volume increases 12% per day for the first 4 days. That's a lot. Foreplay, little bit of excitement, little bit of anticipation is definitely also going to increase the amount and the intensity of the action that is happening. Now, if you are somebody that wants to increase the intensity of the action or the mama, yeah, exactly, then I'm going to tell you a way that you can actually do that. And we've talked about it before. It is all about the Kegel exercises. Gentlemen, a Kegel, essentially think of it like this. When you're peeing, right, and you can stop yourself from peeing, you hold it, that's actually a Kegel, right? It's you tensing up the muscle action that's down in your junk action. Kegeling on a regular basis, daily basis, is going to help strengthen all the muscles down in that area. And so when it's time to do its thing, right, it's going to explode because it's all about that contraction, gentlemen. The reason why it shoots is because there are muscles that are like involuntarily like contracting down in Al's action. The stronger they are, the harder they force, the more more it's gonna shoot, the further it's gonna shoot, and the more you're gonna be like, yeah, mama, look out, you better duck. Sorry, I got something in your hair. What? For those of you who know, you know. Something else you need to know is that you can practice on a regular basis, all right? You should regularly be Kegeling. 3 sets of 10 repetitions, all right? So let's do it together, all right? Stand up, get up, all right, ready? And Kegel. Release, that's 1. Kegel. Release, that's 2. Kegel. Release, that's a first. Kegeling on YouTube together. Gentlemen, anyway, 3 sets of 10 reps. If you really want to take it to the next level, do it multiple times a day, all right? There was a GQ article that I read that said, yo, if you want to have like super crazy, rock solid, intense, explosive action, gentlemen, 3 sets of 10, 3 times a day. So in a nutshell, pun intended, can you increase the volume you're producing? Yeah, you can, kind of. As you age, the volume does go down due to a lot of factors. A few factors that you do have control over is your weight, right? If you're overweight, chances it's going to go down, right? If you're not exercising, it's going to go down. If you're not sleeping enough, it's going to go down. If you're not hydrated, it's going down. If you're not excited or turned on, it's not going to be as good. It's not going to be as forceful. Something that you're going to be able to do is Kegel. Kegel, baby, Kegel. Gentlemen, 3 times a day, 3 sets of 10. Just get in there. Yeah, did you see what I did? Exactly. It's like your bicep, right? The more you work it, the more you tone it, the more you tone the bone, the better it's going to be, the stronger and more forceful it's going to be able to do what it does, which is make Big Al explode all over the place. Gentlemen, you're awesome.